The upgraded Bogdana self-propelled artillery system has been officially adopted by the Armed Forces of Ukraine. It is the first Ukrainian self-propelled artillery unit of its kind, originally designed for NATO-caliber shells. It was this system that helped drive the occupiers out of Snake Island, played an active role in turning the Antonivsky Bridge into a sieve, disrupting Russian logistics routes, and liberating Kherson. Its development began back in 2009, but at the time, President Viktor Yanukovych, after consulting with the Kremlin, froze the project. Work resumed only in 2016 at the Kramatorsk machine tool building plant. And just 2 years later, the first prototype was showcased at the parade in honor of Ukraine's Independence Day. For several years after that, bureaucratic hurdles persisted, and finally, a month before the full-scale war, the Bohdana completed preliminary testing, having fired a total of 450 rounds. That's when the first pleasant surprises emerged. The self-propelled artillery system was able to hit a target at a distance of 42 kilometers, while Western counterparts only reach 40.
But in principle, it can use rocket-assisted projectiles as well. These are shells that, thanks to their effect, can hit targets at distances of up to 50 or even more kilometers. It also stands out for its rather high accuracy in hitting targets.
From the very first days of the full-scale Russian invasion, the system was put into service and immediately demonstrated fantastic results. Even before the delivery of Western artillery, the Bohdana reliably destroyed entire columns of occupiers and earned the nickname of a large-caliber sniper weapon for its accuracy.
As of today, at this current moment in time, right now,
the artillery system mounted on the Bohdana has proven itself to be very effective and reliable. This assessment takes into account its impressive rate of fire, its operational range, and its overall operation.
Its operation simply...
In a year and a half of war, the Bohdana has carried out dozens of successful operations. It's too early to discuss many, but some the Ukrainian Armed Forces have already revealed.
Fire now on the Russian occupiers on Snake Island!
The vehicle operated on all sections of the front, starting from the Kherson direction. That was the Kryvyi redirection. Then we worked on Snake Island, which is already well known to everyone. We also operated in the Mykolaiv region, targeting Kherson. Our target was the Antonivsky Bridge.
Already during the war, the Bohdana has undergone modernization twice. It received a new 8x8 chassis for better off-road capability and an upgraded ammunition loading mechanism. As for its basic characteristics, the Bohdana self-propelled artillery system has a NATO standard caliber of 155 millimeters, a firing range of up to 42 kilometers with a standard shell, and up to 60 kilometers with a rocket-assisted projectile. Rate of fire is up to 5 rounds per minute. With a weight of 28 tons, the maximum speed of the artillery system is 80 kilometers per hour, and its range is 800 kilometers. The crew of the self-propelled artillery system consists of 5 people. With these specifications, the Bohdana has proven to be quite comparable to Western artillery systems.
These are, for example, the same Dana by the French self-propelled artillery Caesar, or, for instance, the Swedish Archer. And depending on the ammunition used, well, we can say that the range characteristics are very similar. Next, comes the rate of fire. We do lag behind some models of equipment. Ours has 5 rounds per minute, and in terms of functionality as well. But for example, firing 3 shots in a row, that is delivering a barrage in the shortest possible time. But overall, all of this is achievable as the system itself is improved. I am more than confident that it will continue to be improved, and in this case, its characteristics will be enhanced.
By the way, Bohdana is comparable to foreign equipment, not only in combat characteristics, but also in technical ones.
This vehicle is equipped with a crane and a screen for night driving. A screen. This is installed for night driving. There's a camera in the front and a camera in the back. We can watch how it moves during the day, and at night the headlights turn off, special lights turn on, there are bulbs installed, so you can drive it at night without any lights.
The soldiers who operate the Ukrainian self-propelled artillery say the difference from Soviet equipment is immediately noticeable. And it's not even about the fact that many processes here are automated. The designers focused on the most important thing, preserving the crew's lives.
In terms of safety, everything has been done so that the crew survives in the event of an explosion. It's armored, and the seats also have seat belts that will hold. I don't know exactly what kind of blast they can withstand, but when it comes to safety, it's been done excellently.
Our good old tradition of building things with a margin of safety has also made itself felt. The Kramatorsk plant, which worked on the gun barrel, did an excellent job. After firing more than 1,000 rounds, the barrel bore remains almost unworn.
Can it withstand a lot of shells?
It can.
How many?
Well, you can handle 10 or 20
In what period of time?
in an hour, or even less.
At the same time, it's important to understand what kind of shells these are. Finally, by abandoning the Soviet 152mm caliber, Ukraine solved several problems at once. First, for the self-propelled artillery, there is no longer a need to search for outdated ammunition, which today is produced only in Russia. And secondly, the shell now flies farther and causes more damage to the enemy.
We work both day and night. The battery carries out the mission according to any order. An order comes in and we get to work. The 155mm caliber gives us a very high degree of effectiveness, whether it's against enemy personnel or armored vehicles. That's an immense force when the shell detonates.
But that's not all. The recent statement from the US about supplying us with cluster munitions stirred up the Kremlin for a reason. After all, the Bogdana self-propelled gun is one of those weapons that, though will certainly use them.
That will be really great. We'll have to use fewer shells if we have cluster munitions. They cover a larger area than fragmentation or high explosive shells.
Switching to the standard NATO caliber gives Ukraine another important advantage. There is truly no better advertisement for military equipment than its successful use on the battlefield, where real-world performance is proven. And considering that the Bohdana meets Western standards, it could very well attract the interest of foreign partners.
If mass production is established after the war, it could also be exported, especially given its extensive combat experience.
As for the Russian defense industry, the 155mm caliber is not used there. So the Bohdana will have a longer range and greater accuracy than any Russian artillery piece. By the way, the Ukrainian self-propelled artillery system became the first weapon to surpass the occupiers' equipment, and regarding which no one can tell us anymore where to use it, in which direction, or on which territories to fire. So in the near future, the occupiers should expect explosions in the most unexpected places. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to learn even more interesting things and not miss the next episode of Arsenal.